Hi everybody and welcome. This is the second video in my channel here. I want to welcome everybody back who is returning as well as new people. My name is Sam and I'm also known as the Aspie Marketer. I created this channel because I was recently diagnosed with autism back whenever I was turning 33. I'm 34 at the time of this video. I wanted to go ahead and just let you know today's video is going to be all about meltdowns. But before we get into it, go ahead and click that subscribe button, tap the notification bell so you definitely don't miss any of my videos. I'm going to be diving into all things autism and how to manage your autism, or as well as how for like people who help and take care of somebody with autism, how they can cope and deal with it as well. So we're going to go ahead and dive right in coming up. Okay, so meltdowns, if you don't know already what a meltdown is when I like to describe it personally. I have a meltdown, and it's kind of like having a severe attack, panic attack, followed by also a lot more to it than just that. There's a lot of emotions that are involved with a meltdown. One of the common things I'd like to kind of touch on in this video here is a lot of people think that meltdowns are children specific, in that adults on the spectrum don't have meltdowns. While we may learn how to cope with sensory inputs a little bit better as we get older, we still can have moments where we have meltdowns, and they can be pretty bad. Sometimes some people on the spectrum have been known to really hurt themselves or other people. There's a lot of things that can happen. Like, for instance, I haven't really had a meltdown bad enough to where I've hurt other people, but I had a meltdown bad enough to where I've actually scratched the skin, the top few layers of skin off of my own arm, and it's really bad. It's really painful. So there's definitely some dangers in having meltdowns. Now, one of the biggest things that I would say you need to do whenever you are around somebody who is experiencing a meltdown is, first of all, try not to tell them to calm down and be aggressive with them. That'll only make their meltdown worse. What you want to do is give them time. Just sit there with them in their meltdown. Make sure that they don't hurt themselves or other people. So if they're around anything dangerous, definitely try to get them into a safer environment to finish experiencing their meltdown. One thing that's helped out with me a lot is my fiance. She will kind of speak softly to me, and kind of love on my back and my arm, just kind of softly love on me and until I can kind of regain my composure. A lot of times though, there's with the violent autistics, for lack of a better way of saying it, it may be safer for you and them to maintain distance, just to make sure though that they're in a environment where if they do thrash around a bit, they can they can do it safely without banging into anything harmful that could hurt them. Um, what's important to also remember is that a meltdown happens because of being overstimulated in some fashion. So a lot of times you can avoid these situations by cutting down on the stimulus that's happening. There's a lot of warning signs too. Like if like with me personally, if I start to become overstimulated, I, I'm not as talkative. I'm not as um, observant, as well as involved, so to speak. So, to give you an example, because I'm not very good with words all the time, so I'll give you an example. Like, if I'm sitting somewhere and there's a lot going on and it's causing me to get really, really tense and upset, if somebody's trying to talk to me and have a conversation with me, I'm not as able to then respond properly to that conversation. So, like they'll say to me, "Oh, well, what do you think about that?" And sometimes I won't even comprehend that they just asked me a question. That's how you can kind of tell that somebody might be getting overstimulated. And if you can tell ahead of time like that, you can kind of oftentimes pull them away from that. So if you're in a busy supermarket and you can tell that um, it's really affecting your autistic child, being able to just kind of maybe take a break, go outside for a little bit, get away from all the lights and all the sounds and all the chaos of things moving back and forth, until they can kind of regain their composure, can help out a lot and help them to maybe prevent having that meltdown. Um, there's a lot of things that can help too with meltdowns, and one of the things I do is I have a pair of headphones that I wear all the time, and I'll link them in the description. Hang on, I'll show you what they look like. So these right here are excellent. They're at noise cancellation. I oftentimes, to even help out with canceling the noise more, I'll put on like a good playlist that I like. Um, One of the things you can do, I know you can't always have some music playing in your kid's ear when you need to communicate with them about different things. What you can do, if the noise cancellation isn't good enough, you can maybe put on like a really low classical music, can help. But I'll go ahead and I'll link this as well as some other resources down into the description below. If you like this video and you like this content and you want to know more about meltdowns or any other topics, definitely leave a comment below. Let me know. And I'd be more than happy to make videos for you on those topics. But this will be it for this video. I definitely thank you for viewing it, and I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I hope it helped you out quite a bit. Thanks.